Show.
Yes.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Radaloni's Hardware and Garden Stores brings you Garage Logic Podcast number 913, August 29th, 2022. The record high on this day was 96. Boy, they had a hot day at the fair. That was 1969.
Woof.
And back in 1946, it was as cool as 45 degrees.
Ah.
Yeah.
And now, from the mayor's office, above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Rookie on production, Chris Reavers, director of social media, John Hyde in the newsroom, and occasionally Kenny from the Krabby Coffee Shop. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
Hello, GLers.
Hey.
Hey, Gumption County residents.
What a crowd for a Monday.
No kidding. Wow.
Well, speaking of that, let me tell you something. I have an email here from Tommy Coleman who writes, I realize this should have been done prior to the fair. Like ice out dates, I think it would be fun to start a state fair broadcast with the previous day's attendance records and previous year's attendance records and the record attendance. I have included the link to make that happen. See you Tuesday, he notes.
Flip Wilson.
All right. That's from Tom. Well, I've thought every day this year was a record, only to discover that they have not been records.
No.
I mean, Thursday I thought was the highest crowd I've ever seen at the fair. Same with Friday, and it turns out they weren't records.
They were good, though.
Saturday had 157,878 people, all of whom got stormed on. Did you see that Saturday night?
Yeah. Walking through water.
But the record is 129,000. No, that can't be right. I don't know how to read the chart he emailed me.
I have that in my news. I could check and see what I got.
The record daily attendance for Thursday was 2019, 133,000, 12,000 more than this Thursday. All the records are modern. You know what that tells me? Vast prosperity. Right? I'm serious. The oldest record on this guy's list, the oldest record on the list is Sunday, this past Sunday, yesterday, in 1994, they hit 209,969. The rest of the records are no older than 2017.
Wow.
Huh.
What's the ice out at the fair?
Well, I have no idea what the ice out would be,
Okay.
but all these records are modern era records.
And a quick update, the sales team has just informed me that those attendance records for the state fair have now been sponsored.
Really?
Yeah, we acted that fast.
Wow.
You have
You
something
sold
to
it?
say about the talk shop over here?
Joe, not a lot of people can make it to the fair that listen
That's
to
right.
this podcast
That's
on
right.
a daily basis. And over here, we have the fine wares offered. Kenny and John are both wearing the Two Dogs.
Two what?
Two Dogs?
Two Cycle.
Two cycle.
Yeah.
Two Dogs is
I'm going
Monty.
to be awesome today. And you can buy that online. All of the gear is available online at
nice.
garagelogic.com. So
You
if
don't tell me.
Uh-huh.
But
So-
you can also purchase it right here at
Sure.
the talk shop, which is just around the corner.
Do we have hats?
We have hats, we've got T-shirts,
Sweatshirts,
accessories,
hoodies.
all sorts of good stuff. And it's
Wonderful.
very affordably priced. We're not gouging you.
Charles wants me to issue a sumac red alert for central Minnesota by way of the Little Falls area. Hail the Flashlight King.
Hail you.
So that must
Wait,
mean...
wait.
Excuse
You listen
me?
to the show, right? When he says, "Hail the Flashlight King," what's the proper response? Hail you. Thank
See?
you.
Hail
Nice.
you.
Boy,
Nice.
they're trained rather easily, aren't they?
You know, not that I want to commit a Royce-like snub of great Gumption County residents.
Okay.
But often I'll hear as I'm walking along, either through the fair or elsewhere in a crowded area, hail you, with somebody that recognizes the old mayor.
Right.
And I don't turn or anything. I just say, hail you, and just keep going.
You almost snub?
Well, it's an almost snub, but not intentionally.
Okay.
It's just a hail you. I believe we already have today's state fair animal.
You're
Nice.
kidding me.
Oh, yeah, I think Doris
How
is
did
on
Doris
the grounds.
sneak in?
Well, because Doris runs the state fairgrounds. Here's Doris, a member of the Garage Logic State Fair Hall of Fame, and she's
What?
wearing her medallion, as is her custom.
She's a member of the Hall of Fame. She has to do all her own work.
Well, where are your
moving.
helpers
I would
today?
have opted to help
That's why
you, but
she's in the hall.
I'd just
Yeah.
rather watch you work.
She's saying, where is the
Doris just
podcast
removes all of
helpers?
our advertising,
Just,
puts it on the side, and says, "Let me bring out a beat."
Speaking of
I don't
advertising,
know what we're having.
Speaking of advertising, are you aware
Here's
of
today's
today's?
State Fair animal, Reavers.
We just
You
played it.
played that
We just-
already.
we just played it.
we
I'll
are-
be okay.
Rocking
Today's-
and rolling.
You're going to need CPR.
Today's
look at this.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Pronto Pups. If you look at your screen there,
Yes, it is. That is, don't tell me, that's a Guernsey. Nope.
Nope.
It is a Scottish Highland. Nope.
Nope.
It's a chocolate Swiss. It's a brown Swiss.
There you go, Joe.
Is it a brown Swiss?
It is a brown Swiss heifer.
I got it. I got it. A brown. Now, is that a youngster?
It's a heifer, Joe. Remember you being an expert on farm animals now?
Yeah.
That is a youngster, yes.
It is a young animal. Who would you bring with you, Doris?
Well, Linda is the owner of said
Hi, Linda.
animal.
Hi, Linda.
I brought you Mackenzie today.
Oh, boy, that's a nice looking animal. Where does Mackenzie live when she's not at the fair?
She lives in Hoka, Minnesota.
Hoka?
Hoka, Minnesota.
Where is that?
I'm about 20 minutes from La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Oh, for Pete's sake, you're down in
represent
God's
lacrosse,
country.
the Mattil family. All right, cousins.
No,
What-
she's
what
from
county
Hoka,
is that?
Minnesota.
But it's
Houston
lacrosse.
County.
Houston
And
County.
up in Houston and Hubbard. Now, how old is Mackenzie?
Mackenzie is 6 months old.
Oh, now how big will she get?
She'll get between 14 and 1,500 when she's full grown at 2 years of age.
Oh, my. Now, is she milking yet?
She will not milk until she has her first calf, and that will happen about 2 years old.
Oh, okay. So in the meantime, she just hangs out at the farm
Hangs out at the farm.
and eats and gets fat and gets ready to have a baby.
Yep.
And then we can start making money off her.
Yes.
All right. That's fantastic.
The assembly line, he says.
So 2 years down the road, is there any courtship? I mean, do we have somebody we got our eye on, or is it just
Now
how
it's
you
getting
doing?
Weird. Now it's getting weird.
No,
It
no,
is.
no courtship really is going to be happening, I don't believe, with any
Okay.
of Linda's animals. They're pre-selected.
I got it. Kind of like
Doris-
a credit card.
Sperm
Doris-
donors, yes.
Got it. Oh, okay.
Doris,
Oh, wow.
is Mackenzie
Much
entered
like
in any ribbon competition?
Oh, yeah, she'll be shown. Maybe you can.
She'll be shown Wednesday in the open class.
Oh, boy.
Brown Swiss show.
Okay. Well, I think you'll have some competition. There was a brown Swiss here last week that was fully grown.
Right, but they don't show in the same class.
Oh, I
so they
see.
divide them up by age, Joe.
Oh, okay.
And she'll be milking in. So she's 6 months old now.
Not milking yet, Doris. We wait 2 years.
She's going to be in another 18 months. She'll
Right.
be milking.
Right.
So
Look-
it won't be full 2 years.
Right. Now, do you think Mackenzie will return to the fair ever? Or
Of course, she loves it here.
Oh, okay. Okay. And are there other youngsters that she can pal around with over at the barn?
Of course there is. Come down and take a look.
And this is the cow barn, right?
This is the cow barn.
Cow barn.
Maybe that's the courtship. They go back to the barn and she tells Carol,
They compare
hey,
notes."
You see Dan over there? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a couple years down the road he might be a good.
That is
Yeah,
a very
the-
handsome animal.
The thing is, Joe
Yes.
and Rookie
Yes.
and the rest of the crew, is that we don't have male dairy animals at the fair. Okay, it's only girls.
Right.
They're
So there
tough
won't
to-
be any.
They're tough
you
to
know,
milk, aren't they?
they're-
We
You know,
don't
so-
have a bull.
we don't, no
at
bull, no
Okay,
bull
okay,
in the
you're-
dairy with the dairy animals.
You're taking the city slicker to school here. Okay.
Yeah, but during the beef show, we do have bulls around then.
Okay,
Oh, wonderful.
got
Well,
it.
is there a beef show at the fair?
There is a beef show at the fair, and that is the last. That's the last 4 days of the fair.
Oh, okay.
well, Reavers,
Give me
thank
a
you.
hand. That'd be great.
I'm along for the ride.
And I learned, Linda, last week, and it wasn't that bad of a question, to get a brown Swiss. They're from Switzerland, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
But this
originally-
one was not born in Switzerland.
This one was
Attaboy.
not born in
So
Switzerland.
all the brown Swiss in the United States, they're already here. Would that be a safe assumption?
Yes.
They're no longer coming over on the boat and having to go through Ellis Island and get checked in.
Right.
No, they're not.
All right, that's
Do you ever
fantastic.
do any crossbreeding?
No, we are into the registered brown Swiss breed.
Okay. Because they are gorgeous.
So-
they really are.
So most of these animals that are, well, all the animals that are here for the open show,
Yeah.
those animals are purebred. They have to be registered
Okay.
in the herd book for the particular breed.
Yep.
Now, last week we had 4-H members here, and they have both purebred, and some of them do have crossbred that they were showing.
I see.
But they don't show that during the open show.
I admire, I can link your passion for keeping it purebred to cars. I'm being serious. I'm a strict originalist. The car has to be original, and you're that way with the cows. The Swiss,
Yeah.
Swiss
Yeah,
chocolate.
your
what
cow
are
is
they?
stock.
Brown Swiss is a true brown Swiss cow, and you're true to that breed.
It's,
Yeah,
It's a pretty weird analogy, Joe. But
that's the best one I could come up with
okay,
at the
I
fair.
understand.
Yeah.
The coat, is the coat ever used? I mean, like shedding.
What,
Do
to
you-
make a blanket?
No, not to. I mean, like sheep. Do you grow hair on the? You don't ever shave the cow, huh?
We do have to do some grooming to show them.
Okay, but it's not like my back hair.
No, not like your back here, but they
Okay.
do trim them.
Hey, quiet down.
So we do use clippers on the animals, and they get a trim,
Okay.
you know, but not fully shorn like a sheep.
I
Well,
think
she looks like she's been trimmed.
Yeah, she is getting ready for the show on Wednesday.
Right, and this is a big moment for her.
This is a huge moment.
And for
her.
you. Do you have a previous ribbons, Linda, back at the homestead?
At our Houston County Fair, she was the first place junior heifer calf.
Oh, boy. That's fantastic.
Only winners,
Because
Joe.
we only have winners here, Linda. We only have winners. Well, congratulations. That's a lovely, lovely animal. And Doris, you're crackerjack as usual. That's one. What else do you have in mind for us this week?
Oh, I have some surprises, Joe.
Oh, okay,
Whoa,
good,
whoa.
good.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Linda. What's your last name?
My last name is Baronic.
So all the people down your way will know you were on the air. Linda Baronic.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. All right. And
Thank you.
say hello so long to Mackenzie.
I think what Rookie was trying to do is see if that cow was going to look better in that tank top than he did.
And
last
today's
time.
state fair animal was Mackenzie, a brown Swiss heifer calf.
I think we
Is that
call
still
that-
a calf, Doris? It's a calf still. Okay. Now Doris is
Oh,
putting the
get that.
stage
We'll get
back
that for you.
together.
I think that's cowscaping is what it is.
Hold on, he gets one of these. Hold on, that's pretty
Cattlescaping. Okay,
Cattle.
copy that.
Cattlescaping.
good. We don't have a cow.
Say, I'm pleased
bull.
to tell you. I'm pleased to tell you that Schmelz Countryside Volkswagen is back with us. Schmelz
Oh, fantastic.
Countryside in Maplewood, right on the southeast quadrant of Highway 36 and 61. The family of Volkswagen SUVs are in stock and arriving daily, including the all-new Volkswagen Taos, a smaller SUV, but it offers all-wheel drive and IQ Drive advanced safety systems. Drive to the fair in a new Volkswagen.
Copy.
And the family-size 7-passenger Atlas with a 5,000-pound towing capacity. I was on the road this weekend, and I saw quite a few of the Atlas marks. And, of course, there is the ID4 SUV if you're a candidate for all-electric, because if somebody's going to do that right, it will be Volkswagen. It was named the 2021 World Car of the Year. This is a multi-generational dealership. I've shopped there for years, and I will continue to. Great people and great service. In fact, the only way Schmelz can compete with the larger chains is to provide excellent customer service and maintain those relationships they've had with people for more than 50 years. Check out the inventory at schmelzvw.com right there in Maplewood on the corner, southeast corner of Highway 36 and 61.
Sorry about that.
Is that noodling or is that? It's a wonderful product in a world of bad gas and squeaky parts and dirty carbs and ancient outboards and high mileage vehicles and cars and trucks and tractors and lawnmowers and race cars and rusty parts and on and on and on. Of course, we're talking seafoam and specifically the motor treatment, the top engine cleaner, the high mileage, the Marine Pro, Tranny Tune, and the best penetrating oil ever produced, Deep Creep. Now, if you've got a garage, a shop, basement, workbench, junk drawer, anything, you should at the very least have a couple of cans of Deep Creep. And if you run anything that burns gas or diesel, you'll find the motor treatment is what's going to keep those cylinders running strong and out of the shop, saving you time, aggravation, and money. Seafoam, a local company with a global reach and available the world over, and then some. A wonderful product in a world of bad gas, Seafoam.
Hey, get that little kid up here. There's a little kid. I want to ask her about her shirt. Yeah, that one.
Oh, boy.
That one.
Yeah,
Come
bring
up here,
her up
kid.
here.
Come up here, kid. Get on the front of the microphone there, kid.
But be nice to her.
What does your shirt say, young lady?
I don't know. It doesn't say anything.
Is it a state fair shirt? What
It
is
said-
it?
It says peace.
Peace, love, and kitty.
Don't let
kitties.
that fella scare you, honey.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Well, that's a
scares
very
me.
pretty shirt. That's why I wanted to ask you about it. It's a very pretty shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Nice to see you. What's your name?
Thea.
Oh, that's a nice name.
How old is she?
6, I bet. Huh?
Are you going to first grade this year?
Do you know that? Do you know that Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones has a daughter named Theodora? Well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. You can take
Okay.
that back and tell your mother that.
Okay.
All right, nice to see you. Thank you.
Bye, Thea.
Bye, Thea.
Bye, Thea.
Scarred her for life.
No, what scarred her for life was Ingy
Yeah,
showing up
yeah.
at the side of the. Did you have a question, sir, or a product you wanted to tout?
Oh, God.
what-
really,
why?
Joe?
Well-
Really?
Well, Ingy announced his own appearances at the state fair, if you'll recall.
Oh, yes, he
No,
comes
no,
bearing
no, no,
gifts.
no. You go to the microphone.
Go to the
You
microphone.
go to the microphone.
No, stay,
you go to the
stay,
microphone.
Stay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
COVID. It's for COVID.
Yeah, it's just a COVID protocol.
And nice mask, Mayor. I am not wearing the customary mirrored ball helmet
No, you
as
have a-
it currently is being bubble wrapped and boxed to be shipped off to the Garage Logic Museum and Interpretive Center.
Okay.
But it, I wanted to mention a few things that
Not a, long,
a few
not,
things.
Not a long
Three.
time.
Few
Not a
things.
long time.
three things.
Yeah.
I did have a kitchen fire a year and a half ago.
Okay.
The original Garage Logic map did
Yeah.
survive,
Wonderful.
protected by a piece of plexiglass that was singed and melted, but the map survived intact.
That's fantastic.
What?
His map survived.
Oh, but time out.
Yeah.
Let's pause for a second. What started the kitchen fire? It was unfortunate, but what happened?
I did.
You cooking meth, Ingy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's currently the February 6th commission is currently looking for a new chairwoman.
Right.
I think we have a representative from Wyoming that might be interested.
All right.
Anyway, may I continue?
Yes, I wish you would.
I know that. But I'm also presenting you for acceptance into the museum and interpretive center a singed bobblehead doll.
Slightly damaged.
So you're trying to pawn off on me a singed bobblehead of me.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's actually more like, you know how you say bobbleheads don't look like the person?
No, my theory
Well,
on
this one went
bobblehead-
through
yeah.
a fire, and now it kind of does.
Okay. All right. What else do you have?
And in
Iggy?
conclusion,
Yes.
Already?
I would like to give you the finger.
All right. Oh,
Now,
yeah,
for
look at
for
that.
those of you listening at home,
Yeah.
this is a plastic finger in the form of a hook
Right.
that is mounted, Joe, on a piece of genuine garage wood.
That's fantastic. Here, here, here.
And in closing, I would like to say that we have
Closing
a
part two.
regular listener
Yeah.
in Buena Park, California.
All right.
And to her, I would like to say, Diane,
Yep.
I miss you,
Yep.
and I love you.
That's sad.
Wow.
That's almost sad.
that's
yeah,
really
yeah. I
pathetic.
thought she dumped you.
That's part of the February 6th commission.
Oh, okay.
Does
Thank
she
you.
have a restraining order against you? Did you just break some sort of law there? Are we?
I think those things have an expiration date.
Hey, you know what, Ingy? It works out. It all works out.
You know what?
What are you giving him, Rook? I don't want that thing. I don't want it. That's going into the museum, he said. Look at the damn thing is burned.
It really is.
Hey,
It
Joe.
looks like I have some sort of horrible acne disease here.
No.
You also got a
Again,
bad
it's
neck.
lifelike. But
Look
Joe,
at that. Yes.
it also broke off at the feet and the ankles, and I had to super glue it together, and it didn't work right away. So it almost became GL's major award, the leg lamp.
Yes.
Hold on, Iggy. Don't go
Frigid
anywhere.
day. What are we doing here?
As a token of our appreciation for your donation of the POS bobblehead that you brought us, we are going to award you a brand new bobblehead.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I like the precedent we're setting. You
Wow.
bring junk to Joe, we're going to give
We'll
you
give you
stuff.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Wow. What can I say?
I thought
You don't
we
have to say anything. You can move along.
And
In closing,
Yeah.
part
Well,
4.
again.
You've said in closing now 4 times. Ingy, ladies and
Yay!
gentlemen. He's in the,
One more thing.
Wait, you're getting something else.
Oh,
You're getting a new map.
that's not
Is
a.
he
No, it's
getting a new map?
The Gumption County Fair.
What?
That's the GL at the fair.
Oh, that's a fantastic map. That's Gumption County at the State Fair. Our good friend Greg Holcomb, the Garage Logic artist, is responsible for these wonderful works of art that we have. Is that available at the Talk Shop, Rook?
No, it is
Oh,
not.
all right.
No, it is not.
Rookie, or don't let him up here. Don't let him up here.
So if you have anything, roaming around in your purse or pockets and you'd like to give it to Joe,
No.
now's the time.
No. All right. Thank you, Ingy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Monday at the fair, Joe.
You know, the other day I tried to tell you guys something that I thought was important, and that is that Minnesota could very well be home to the world's largest rock, not largest, oldest rock. And you were of your typical sophomore
No, it was fascinating.
mocking.
It was-
Well,
it was good stuff.
you completely forgot, you stepped all over the fact that we have in Garage Logic our own geologist, Stacy.
Yes.
And Stacy notes reporting in to talk more about another great geological feature we have here in Minnesota. Morton Gneiss is named after the town of Morton. A gneiss is a metamorphic rock. As a refresher, there are 3 types of rock:
What are they?
sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic. Metamorphic rocks are ones that have been subject to high temperature and pressure. As the article mentions, meaning the article about the world's oldest rock, this stone has been used to decorate many buildings across the country. When the Old West Publishing Building was demolished in 2017, I asked the construction crew if they were going to salvage any of the beautiful Morton gneiss. They told me no, that it's very expensive to separate that from other construction debris, and that many times there isn't a use for it. Well, I needed to have a piece of this stone and set out under the cover of night to secure a specimen. As you can see in the pictures, I was successful, although I have to give my husband credit, as he's the one who carried it back to our car. I had it then created into a side table for the deck, and she sent pictures of that beautiful, beautiful souvenir. And also I have from the Lemke family. I was delighted by your story last Friday about the oldest rock in the world, as I am from Granite Falls, home of where the oldest exposed rock is located. He also sent a photo. This marker is located just a few blocks south of the one stoplight on the banks of the Minnesota River. Even more interesting, if garage logicians travel just a few more miles south on Highway 23, there is a true cylinder wonderland at Fagan Fighters Museum, where there are many World War II fighter planes, as well as a depiction of the D-Day landing featuring actual sand from Omaha Beach.
Oh, wow.
Keep pushing back and see you at the fair, Randy Lemke. So that concludes my ode to the world's oldest rock, which is right here in Minnesota, which I think is a fantastic note. Fantastic.
That's fascinating, Joe.
It is. It is. It
I mean,
truly is.
all rocks are old, aren't they?
Yes,
They were
but there's something to be said for having the world's oldest, don't you think?
Yeah, but I'm skeptical as far as
to be honest with you, how
do you know?
proving it, you know?
You know, Angie had that ridiculous hook that he contrived, and he attached it to a piece of garage wood.
Yes, giving you the finger.
You want a hook? Gator Magnetics. Gator Magnetics. I hope you GLers have gone to their website and checked it out. Gator Magnetics has come up with a magnet that's so strong you can't take it off whatever surface you affix it to. You have to flip the little plastic lever and then off it comes, falls into your hand. You walk to some other corner of the garage, put it on a steel surface, and you have a new storage area. Gator Magnetics turn every toolbox, steel shelf, cabinet, workbench, fire doors, second fridges, freezers, you name it. If it's metal, Gator Magnetics will stick to it. And it's just an absolute godsend for garage storage when you want to get stuff off the floor.
I'll bring one out tomorrow. Do we have any metal to stick it to?
We'd find something. How
Okay.
about that railing?
All right.
How about that
I will
railing?
do that. I'll do that
And
tomorrow.
it's really great. Go to their website and see how they work and see the different uses and options. You can hang baskets between the two hooks and move your storage around until you have it just perfect. GatorMagnetics.com.
State Fair time, and you know, when you guys go home to your filthy green shag carpet in your basement, that's going to depress you. What I want you to do is give yourself, your home, a little facelift. Maybe it's the kitchen floor, maybe it is that shag carpet in the living room or the basement. Redmond's Flooring and Design can help you. Don't know what you want? That's why you stop by the Design Center in Anoka. They've been around over 50 years, and they would love to set up a design for you. Carpet, vinyl, whatever the case may be, their design team, Mike has got a great team that will help you figure out what you want. Most likely you're going to do whatever your wife tells you if you want to be really smart about it, but just nod, smile when you're in the Design Center in Anoka, and say, yes, dear, that's going to look fantastic in our living room or the new kitchen floor. Check them out online at redmans.com, REDMANNS.com, or dial 763-316-3332. 763-316-3332. For over half a century, they've been making marriages work by updating the flooring in the house. And it's not just limited to flooring. They work with Mohawk, the top name in the flooring industry. Redmans is not an overnight operation. They take their time, they do it right. Redmans.com, REDMANNS.com, 763-316-3332. Let them know that the Rook sent you for a free estimate. Redmans, Redmans.com.
Thank you.
Copy that.
All right, just give me a second. Let me.
Is that me?
I thought it was my guitar.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of feedback from you. I am on the air.
Yes. 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 Has Kenny got something?
20 seconds.
Okay, are we ready?
Kenny. When he gets. Okay.
I'll give you a nod.
Hey now.
Let's
Now,
go.
who do you love?
You want to get going? Or we are?
We're being amused by watching Royce.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
I am here.
takes money out of one pocket, puts it in the other pocket. Kind of like your mayor, St. Paul.
We ready?
Yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, Chris.
You ready?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who do you love?
Rolling in
That's
3,
not what I'm playing.
2, 1.
A Wango Z-Tango.
No.
John brings a different guitar every day.
Every day.
You weren't supposed to.
And this is what? An
Oh, polite
Epiphone?
applause.
This is an Epiphone.
Epiphone.
Johnny A. Custom. Johnny A. is a fine guitarist from Boston.
Wonderful.
And designed this.
From the band Boston? Just a little
No,
band
from
out
the
of Boston?
city of Boston.
Trying to make some money?
The city
make
of
ends
How long
meet.
have you had that?
2 years maybe?
Did you have to 48-hour rule it?
No.
Okay,
no.
okay.
So well aware, and I heard about it. Don't worry.
Got it.
I want to issue a special thank you to Courtyard by Marriott in Roseville for providing lodging for me during the state fair. You'll enjoy a contemporary atmosphere in the modernized rooms and bathrooms with the newly updated in-room accents and the Courtyard by Marriott right there, right up in Roseville, close by. It's located near all your favorite destinations, the U of M, the Minnesota Fairgrounds, the National Sports Center, Huntington Bank Stadium.
Oh,
So you know where that is?
I do.
Where?
Right on University Avenue.
So they've changed their name.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
yes.
why-
What did it used to be?
TCF.
TCF.
They're also located next to downtown Minneapolis in the Rosedale Mall. Your amenities, high-speed internet. I checked that out last night. Ergonomic chairs, well-lit desks, meeting rooms, spacious hotel rooms. All of that will help you thrive during your next visit. They even have a fridge and a microwave, which I have used quite
They
successfully.
got a color set?
And it's a big color set, Chris. At the Courtyard by Marriott, you're going to find all the amenities you can expect. Courtyard by Marriott in Roseville, located on Center Point Drive, just off 35W in Roseville.
I have a note left here for me. Joe, sorry I missed you again this year. You always remember your first. Good luck. Blaze of Glory, who I believe was our first ever fireworks queen.
She was, and she's remained very loyal to Garage
Yes,
Logic
Blaze
over
of
the
Glory.
years.
I have a little something that maybe John Haidt will nail right off the bat. What
Uh-oh.
happened in the music world on this day 56 years ago, which makes me wonder where more than half a century is gone?
56 years
56
ago.
years ago today.
This is the day the music died.
No,
No.
the music did not die. No,
Buddy
What's-
Holly went
what's-
down in
no,
Iowa.
What's
No.
22 minus 56?
1966.
66, the last Beatles concert.
You are correct,
The
sir.
last Beatles concert.
Well, to
San
be
Francisco.
yes, to be technical, it was the last time the Beatles played for a live paid concert.
There you go.
In 1969, they did get on the roof of the recording
Yep.
studio and play, but this was at Candlestick Park in San
Yep.
Francisco. The previous summer, they had played Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington. On this day in history, the Beatles played their last ever concert for which people paid to get in.
Now, this gentleman in the Garage Logic T-shirt had your answer and shouted it out, so he is going to get a deluxe spiral light candle.
Oh, boy.
T-shirt.
That's a nice
Stop
T-shirt.
burning boring candles. This is your prize for shouting that out, sir. Thank you.
And he will now thoroughly give it to somebody else.
I'd wash that before you put it on.
Oh, by the way, that shirt burns in a circular
No,
motion.
no.
So just so you know, just so you know that. Stop.
That Beatles note is not necessarily unrelated to a state fair, because they just grew weary of the clamor and the hectic conditions that surrounded their concerts. They couldn't hear
They
each
couldn't
other.
hear themselves
They had to
playing.
guess
Yeah.
what the other guy was playing, and they finally said, "That's it."
Yep.
And then they went into a
And-
heavy period of recording.
Yeah,
and
studio.
what year was that? Forgive me.
1966.
And how? So it was only a matter of years before we had big concerts like
Right.
what?
Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah. 68,
And
69.
your point being what?
They're lazy. They're wusses. They
No,
gave
Well,
up.
no, they couldn't get the equipment at that
They
time.
were
in another
just
2
in it
years,
for the money.
They
in another
preceded-
2
Couldn't
years.
care less about their
They
listeners.
preceded the availability of the concert.
fans.
I mean, the stuff they played with at Candlestick Park, you could have gotten into a station wagon.
Yeah, I played with bigger amps at bars than they used.
Yeah, they didn't have any stuff.
I still don't understand why they didn't come back in '69.
Because they
Woodstock. What
they
a
probably didn't
great
need,
opportunity.
They probably didn't need the money.
Altamont.
Yeah.
What was that festival you said you
Altamont.
went? You went to one down in Florida?
Atlanta
Alabama?
International Pop
Atlanta,
Festival.
yeah.
Yeah, that preceded Woodstock.
Is that the one you hitchhiked home from?
Yes.
Did you wear the banana suit?
No. That was taken from me. Because I was removed from the group.
So they took your
No, I
they
got to
took your
keep it.
banana suit.
I got
Turn in your uniform,
I got
son.
to keep it, but when you really looked at it, what other opportunity would you have had
Now,
to
was
wear
it,
that?
Was it an actual banana or was it just a yellow
A
suit?
suit with brown buttons made to look like a banana.
And did the collar open up like it was the skin on a
had
banana?
big lapels. Yeah.
I want more logistics of how this went down. Were you ghosted? Or when you went to go put up your employee ID card, was it denied and it said, you need to see the manager?
Yeah, like what they
How
did
were
to
you
us 4
told?
years ago.
How did you learn of this?
Did Rick Shefchick write about it in the paper?
No.
That's about it?
No.
Is that in his book?
We learned about it in the locker room at Wakota Arena, if you want to know the truth.
It was more than you that got thrown
Yeah,
out then?
one other guy.
One
So
other
were
guy.
the new members there?
No.
Yeah, he walks by this guy that's
Who's
swinging
this
the
guy?
sticks in the hallway, doing all fancy stuff.
It's kind of like when someone gets traded off the Twins. Hey, the guy that's replacing you is over there in the corner.
GLers, you know that I've always made the prediction that a time is coming when we will not be allowed to talk to each other. Are you aware of that prediction that I've made? We will not be allowed to make words with other people because they might be construed to be offensive or insensitive. We're headed towards that point, especially in the failed academy. There is now a bar in England, a nightclub, that is banned staring at people.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yep. Now try that at the fair. How could that? Would that work at the fair?
No.
No, because some people attract stares and
You may
just can't-
stare if you get verbal consent from the staree.
Oh,
I'm not making this up. You can stare. It's Club 70. I'm sorry, it's in Australia. Club 77 in Sydney, Australia, said managers will call the police if people in the club stare at each other without first getting consent to be stared at.
Wow.
Right? That really wouldn't work well at the fair. You'd have to probably arrest about 100,000 people.
Well, I would say after Thursday, again with Rook in that tank top, we all would have went to jail because we stared at him for an excessive amount of time.
I did get some there was some gawking.
Safety officers in pink vests will enforce the law. Club 77 said it wanted to be a safe space and updated its rules. It had recently attracted some people who do not share their values and ethics when it comes to club culture. I thought staring was part of club culture, but apparently it's
Well,
not.
yeah, you wear
And
neat
so-
outfits so people look at you.
Yeah.
It's attractive.
So no staring, and if you do come in and are approaching multiple people or giving them unwanted attention, you are going to attract the attention of our security, who've been instructed to stop that kind of behavior.
Wow. Yes.
So don't you two stare at each other.
Well, they've been staring at each other for a while
And
now.
you are
From the Bad Farley family. Announce yourself.
Julie and Michael Farley.
hi. What can we do for you?
Well,
Serve me up. That's okay. Serve me up.
I just take offense that we were called the Bad Farleys.
Oh, boy.
We're
right.
the
We knew
St.
this was
Paul
gonna happen.
Farleys. So
I'm unaware of this. I think I'm innocent of that.
well, it's really rookie, of
Right.
course.
Right.
No, last week when we were talking about Chris Farley, you had mentioned this Farley family. That's a St. Mark family.
I don't know them.
You don't, but you said there's another Farley family. I said that
Oh,
Farley
I said
family.
I knew a Farley.
Right, that
Yeah.
Farley family is different. Those are the bad Farleys.
Okay.
And unfortunately, every one of the bad Farleys listens to your podcast, so
Right.
I got in a lot of trouble.
Well, what have you done? I mean, why are you so? You guys make moonshine in the bathtub?
I think he meant we're the other Farleys. We're
Right.
not
St.
related
Mark's.
to Chris Farley.
Right.
So if we're bad Farleys, Chris Farley's the good Farley?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's hard to understand, isn't it?
in a
It
sick
is.
kind of way.
So
And
I'm just defending the St. Paul Farley.
I don't
family.
blame you, and I think you have every right to, and I'm glad you stopped by. Do you
Thank
ever
you.
allow your husband to speak?
Don't get him started.
Speak when spoken to.
All right, that's a good plan.
that's really good, Farles.
a good
All right,
plan.
you have defended your family name again.
All right,
Thank you.
they're
wait a
now
minute.
back in the fold of
They're
the good
back in the good
Farleys.
Farleys.
So
yes.
Rook just almost booked a celebrity guest on the show today. We almost had a connection to Chris Farley on the show.
Almost. It was a long shot. It was quite the
That
long
would have
shot.
been the only guest you booked for today's
Pretty
show.
much today, the pickings are slim. Pickings are slim this year on guest-wise.
Kind of a different kind of fair this year. Isn't
We've
there?
we've hit a lot of roadblocks.
I don't understand why we're having trouble with our musical acts.
Licensing. It has to do with licensing on a podcast where you cannot
It's different than radio.
play
Well, what the
music
hell?
that has been
We've done it a
published.
million years.
The
We did
screws
it in
have-
2019, and we were a podcast in 2019.
The screws have been tightened.
Tell you what,
Boy,
Rook,
have they ever. We're fighting legal problems, ladies and gentlemen.
Rook, you know what we can do, how we can solve this?
How's that?
Joe, if you're willing to write the check for the fine, we'll book whoever
There
you
we go.
want.
Well,
Take
how
it.
much is the fine?
Oh, it's a big one.
Well, we're having Jeff
So-
Dayton on this week. Why are we allowed to have him on?
Because his label has given us permission to use his music.
Then why don't we get the permission of other labels?
The other labels are not. It's a lengthy process.
Tell the truth, Matthew. Have you tried?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's the
I
labels.
just
It's the-
haven't.
It's the
lifted a
publishing.
finger.
Why are we talking
It's
about
the
this on the
publishing,
show?
not the labels.
Well, it's a
the
topic of
labels
discussion.
don't care.
What
Garage
else you
Logicians
got?
come here
Yeah,
and
what else
they
you
want
got?
to they want to be entertained on the stage, and they expect that, and we're not giving them what they want.
So, and if it is the publishing, so everything that I'm playing is illegal too?
No, don't worry
I
about
haven't
it.
heard
okay,
you.
good.
I haven't heard you play at
Yeah.
all.
GLers, were any of you here Saturday? Were any of you here Saturday?
There's one,
One.
2, 3.
Couple, handful.
Apparently, people at the fair were caught in a torrential rainfall and a wonderful lightning show.
Yes.
Just one great lightning show. Unfortunately, there was some wind damage also. The meteorologists are trying to claim it as a couple of tornadoes, but I have my suspicions. I think they were straight line winds.
I would agree with you. I was driving in Mendota trying
So
to
was
get
I.
home to South St. Paul, and it was you could not see 10 feet in front of you.
Right.
It was scarier than hell to be on 62.
It was,
at
a,
that time.
it was a rough night.
Let me scratch that tornado note from my news then, okay?
Oh, you can keep it in, and when we
Oh,
come back,
okay.
we're going straight to John Heights State Fair newsroom.
But first, Rookie here for Escape with Us Vacations. I know you've gotten a lot of great feedback from your sisters.
I do. Thanks for the heads up on that, bud.
You're welcome.
Escape with Us Vacations is a fantastic outfit. The outfit is run by my two sisters, Teresa and Maria, and they have a Croatian river cruise that is filling up. It's almost full, a couple slots left. Check them out at escapewithusvacations.com. They are leading the tour, and you are going to get story after story after story about my upbringing. More importantly, you're going to see the beauty of Croatia. It is a beautiful place. They've been on this trip before, so they know exactly what to look at, what to pass on, and what to have fun with. $2,500 per person. That's everything included. Thank you, sir, for your service. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's give them a round of applause there. And they also can go all sorts of different places. If you have something on your bucket list, do what Joe did years ago. Took his entire family. It cost him $400,000.
Where'd I go?
Where did you go? You took everybody.
Somebody went someplace.
Like you went to
Mexico.
Mexico. Book through Escape with Us Vacations. They're tried and true, over 70 years of history in this business. EscapeWithUsVacations.com. Check them out online. Let them know that you heard it on Garage Logic. I don't care if you're booking a Fort Myers trip or you're going to Nova Scotia. Whatever the case may be, having a travel agent work for you is a plus. Don't book it yourselves. Go to EscapeWithUsVacations.com.
turn my mic on before it works. Okay.
Johnny Height,
What?
I'm rolling in 3, 2, 1.
I came in about a half past
No.
10.
Why do you guys keep
Something
singing
about
that?
not letting me
That's not what
in.
it is,
Got
Kenny.
a boogie on over. Mad got me for staying out late and drinking too much, and now I'm in the doghouse.
Not just a newsman, is he, ladies and
A little
gentlemen?
George Thorogood for you there.
No, it wasn't George Thorogood, Kenny.
It all started in 1967, where Majestic Oaks Golf Course now stands in Ham Lake. The event Heyday, a one-day event. It's coming around the Old Horn again the weekend after Labor Day, next weekend. And it's the one weekend where the Snow Baron Snowmobile Club is allowed to invite all of us petrolheads to hang out at their beautiful 140-acre facility, the official start of winter. Heydays, if you're into sleds, bikes, anything on, you know what, anything at all motorsports related, Heydays is a must-attend event. They've got something for all of us. All the factories will be there. I don't care if it's Arctic Cat, Polaris, Skidoo, Yamaha, whatever you ride, they're going to have their factory rigs there. And the dealers, I love the dealers. They all show up and sell all of last year's leftover offerings at an incredible discount. And the biggest thing about all of it, the swap meet, the biggest swap meet probably in the 5-state area at the very least, a fantastic swap meet. It's all taking place the 10th and the 11th, the weekend after Labor Day. It's on Highway 95, about 7 miles east of North Branch. You can they have their app. You can download their app so you know everything that's going on at the event while you're at the event. You can also log on to the website heydays.com.
You know, if I came to the state fair as a civilian, I would not bring my cell phone
Okay.
for two reasons. One, it's just something to misplace, and two, why in the hell would you want to talk to anybody if you were at the fair?
Well, there's more things to do with a cell phone.
take
what about
pictures?
take pictures?
No, you don't get to take any.
How about going online to see where stuff is at at the fair?
No. You don't consult your
Facebook
phone.
Marketplace.
How are you consult your phone.
How are you supposed to Snapchat a Pronto Pup?
No,
if you
you don't
have your
do
cell
that.
phone?
You don't do that.
You
just leave
are
your
of
phone
the
at home.
age, Joe. You're of our.
Find a
the age.
payphone somewhere if you got to make a call.
Is there one payphone around here
I
anymore?
bet there isn't.
I'm surprised that you don't have one of those cell phone holsters that all the people
No,
your
I
age
don't take my phone.
wear. Those big, giant Velcro strapped holsters to carry your
You
giant
mean the
cell
dad
phone.
with the dad jeans that's got it twisted sideways so
Sure.
it's
Here's
longer?
John Height in the newsroom.
Why?
shirt
Thank
tucked
you,
in,
Joe.
cell phone holster.
I love how Kenny has turned that into an insult.
I know.
You're a shirt tucker. What?
Yeah.
So what?
Shirt tuck.
Here's John Height in the newsroom.
The news update is brought to you by Hofferman Water. It's day 5 of the Minnesota State Fair, Seniors Day.
Oh, boy.
Are you enjoying it, Joe?
Yes.
Folks over
bring your cell phone.
folks over 65 get in for $12. Plus, there's specials for fairgoers of all ages.
How much did we get in for?
Oh, we got in for $12.
12, okay.
Yeah. On the big stage tonight, the headliners, the Beach Boys. It's the
Oh, boy.
the Mike Love, Bruce Johnston. They're still around. That version of the Beach Boys.
That's
No-
the real version, right, John?
No Wilsons, unfortunately,
No.
are involved in this.
What about, who's the guy I'm thinking of?
Al Jardine?
Yeah.
Last I saw, no, but perhaps he is. He goes back and forth
Okay.
between two different groups. I'm
Is
not
this
sure.
version of them pretty good, gentlemen?
I
It's
don't
kind
know.
of the state fair version. It's not their best stuff.
Okay.
The Temptations are before them. Only one of those originals left, Otis Williams. He's the fellow with the deep voice.
Yep.
And the opener, who still sounds great, just saw him on TV not too long ago, out of the Oakland area, Tower of Power.
Oh, Really? wow.
Great band. Yeah.
Really?
Great
Now,
band.
the deep voice and the Temptations, that's
Yeah.
the guy that did Papa Mau Mau.
No,
Papa Mau Mau.
I know you're doing this and you're going to cast a fishing line here just to get me
Oh,
in,
yeah.
but no.
Big time.
And you know how you avoid that, John?
How?
Just keep plowing
I
through the
can't,
news.
though, because, you know.
Kenny, that was Bowser from Sha Na Na.
Oh, of course
Yes.
it was.
He'd
How many
be-
times do you think the phrase, we're going to find Grandpa and we're going to go home, is being uttered today at the Minnesota State
Many,
Fair?
many times.
Yeah.
John, serious question.
We
Are you
left him sitting right here.
right?
That's
you
why you
going?
have to text someone.
Are you going to this show tonight, John?
I am not. I have seen Tower of Power a couple times, and they're wonderful in concert. So
You're going to talk about who's going to be here tomorrow night,
tomorrow I will talk about that.
but not now.
Well, not now, no.
So you're gonna have to come
yeah,
back.
See,
I think it's Gaffigan.
it is. I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
you're correct. Jim
Okay.
Gaffigan, the comedian, who I also have seen, and he's very funny.
Very funny guy.
Very funny.
Is he back in favor? Because he was out of favor for some time.
Well, he was out of favor with a certain segment.
Okay.
He's never been out of favor in general. so.
Okay. I think he's funnier than hell.
Minnesota communities are cleaning up damage left by several storms this past weekend. The National Weather Service confirmed, although
Right there.
at least one podcast host says it's not true, 5 tornadoes touched down.
I'm not saying it's not true.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
I just said I had suspicions.
I see.
Didn't happen on my street, so it didn't happen.
Right.
They confirmed 5 tornadoes touching down in the Twin Cities metro area and have yet to confirm at least one possible tornado Sunday night in Kandiyohi County. Here's what we got for preliminary NWS info. East St. Paul, a tornado spun up northeast of St. Paul, continued north to the area of Maplewood, leaving tree and structural damage. Burnsville, Crystal Lake area, a brief EF0. I didn't know there were EF0 tornadoes.
Well, see, to me, that's not a tornado if it's zero.
Well, but if it's a funnel, it's a tornado.
Oh,
right?
okay.
I would think.
Yeah.
Apple Valley, a brief tornado occurred in Apple Valley. In Egan, a brief tornado producing an area of concentrated tree damage. In West St. Paul, a brief tornado uprooted or snapped
I
numerous
think I'm on the mayor's
large
side
trees.
here. Those don't count.
I just have suspicions.
Yeah, they don't count.
Did you guys see any of the video of the planes landing and people were shooting
Yes.
video?
Oh, wasn't that
Joe,
wonderful?
John, this is like heat indexes and wind chills. It's all BS.
A woman on my
Windshields?
block, was confronted. She was walking her dog, was
Uh-oh.
confronted by a coyote,
Ooh.
and she went down, twisted her ankle, the whole deal. That was the result of her dog straining to protect her from the coyote.
Huh.
And the coyote ultimately did take off.
What,
But I might as well be living in Ely.
How big was her dog? That'd
Just
be
a little boxer.
Oh, that'd be fun to see.
Little
that.
boxer.
She should have cut him loose.
Yeah.
Jeez. A fuel leak and then an engine
bulldog,
problem.
French bulldog.
Yeah. Take bets on that. That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
A fuel leak
Okay, Michael Vick.
and an engine problem during final liftoff preparations led NASA to scrub the launch of that moon rocket we've been talking about. The next launch attempt will now take place not until Friday at the earliest. As precious minutes ticked away, NASA repeatedly stopped and started the fueling of the Space Launch System rocket with nearly 1 million gallons of super cold hydrogen and oxygen. Wow. Then NASA ran into new problems when it was unable to properly chill one of the rocket's 4 main engines. The rocket was set to lift off on a mission to put a crew capsule into orbit around the moon. The launch represents a milestone in America's quest to put astronauts back on the lunar surfaces for the first time since the Apollo program ended 50 years ago.
Now, anywhere in your reading did you encounter the term engine bleed? Because A, that's what I heard, and B, I don't know what that means.
I did not see that,
Yeah.
but sounds reasonable.
This is a very tall ship.
Yes.
Man,
Very
is this
much
thing big.
You know, earlier I mentioned the Garage Logic shop online at the website, garagelogic.com, for your state fair wares. You can also let people know that you can watch us live on the Garage Logic Facebook page and the Garage Logic YouTube channel. Pat's doing a great job of highlighting all of our guests and the state fair animals here at the Great Minnesota Get Together back here.
What guess?
We had Doris.
Yeah.
We had Ingy. We booked
I don't know
Ingy.
where my 4-H'ers are.
A mint condition Mickey Mantle baseball card became the most valuable piece of sports memorabilia ever to be sold at auction Sunday, notching $12.6 million.
Wow.
I don't understand that. I'm a big fan of collecting priceless antiquities and what have you, but I just don't get that.
I can't explain what has led the comeback, but a lot of this stuff has really skyrocketed. What would you say, John, in the last 10 years or so?
Yes, and even more so during the pandemic. It tells us later in this story that a lot of folks during the pandemic started to think of these as art. which some are. Some
But
of
if
the
I'm
old
going to
ones.
spend 12 and a half, I want a Monet or something. I just nothing
Right.
against Mickey Mantle, but what do you do with it?
Honestly, Joe, you're
you show
investing
it.
in it.
Yeah.
It's worth
It's
12 and
never
a
gonna
half
be.
now.
It's never going to be worth more than
No,
12
it'll
and a
keep
half.
going up.
I can't believe that. It's hard for me to believe.
The card was a Topps card from 1952. It features Mantle, the most powerful switch hitter in baseball history. It would have been sold at the time in a wax-wrapped pack that cost either a penny or a nickel. The card has become the first sports item to be sold at auction for 8 figures. Before this, the record was $9.3 million, achieved by a jersey worn by Diego Maradona when he scored the goal known as the Hand of God in the 1986 World Cup. The sale of the baseball card marks a new high for the sports collectible market, as Chris said, one that's been booming in recent years, especially since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. Baseball cards, that they note, can carry a sense of nostalgia.
I got an 89 Jeff Rebelay card. How much is that worth, John?
Do we have any news of the buyer?
No, nothing on the buyer.
What about the Honus Wagner card? Isn't that?
They actually just found a stash of those. This is getting real geeky now. I just saw this story. A fella or a family in Pennsylvania had a stash of they're called tobacco cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there were 7 or 8 Honus Wagners in there.
Oh, wow.
So now there's that. Obviously makes the price go down,
Gotcha.
but not a lot.
Okay.
You'll still get a couple.
to get a Pronto Pub.
Hell yeah.
It's the
You're at the
official
fair.
Garage Logic food on a stick.
Yep.
Now, can we 1947 by the Carnes family, Greg and Wayne Carnes, two great GLers, and there's 8 locations throughout the fairgrounds. It's the official food on a stick in Garage Logic, and it's the wiener done in a bun, and they're holding prices too to the 2019 level to fight inflation. And inflation does not seem to be frightening any of the constituency here at the fair. Another wonderful day at the fair with gorgeous weather. We'll be back in just a moment.
The cost of building the keeps going up. In the last 5 minutes, it's gone up another 5.2%. That's why you got to get on the horn, get on the computer, aimhighconstructionmn.com. Get a hold of Chris, get that bid ball rolling, Aim High Construction. They can and will help you with every aspect of it, starting at the very beginning, design consultation. If you know you want a new kitchen but you don't know what you want, Chris at Aim High is your guy. They're full service, quality, honest service. That's their jam. And if it means If it means you'll get on a schedule now, but it'll be a couple months out, so be it. They're going to be honest with you about that, but definitely do it. They're experts in all portions of construction, new builds, remodels, and everything else in between, including a new roof, new siding, new deck, doesn't matter. They're going to do for you what they did for me. They're going to improve your environment and your morale, and that equity is going to be forced up. AimHighConstructionMN.com. Get on that website, get in touch with Chris, and get on the schedule today.
Patrick Royce is on the grounds. He's in the back. He's in the green room eating something.
Gizmo.
And we're going to do a Monday Night Sports Talk live here at the fair coming up shortly. But first, I want to tell you that only because they come to us, and they're back now. They're back in Marloth Park.
Wow.
In Mpumalanga, South Africa. The traveling Lymans at worldwidewaftage.com. It was on this day in 1857.
Today is August 29th.
The constitutional conventions for the soon-to-be state of Minnesota agreed to a compromise document as the state's constitution. The convention had split, Republican and Democrat, shortly after it convened. While the groups were unable to bring themselves to work together formally, very similar to today, they managed to produce nearly identical documents that form the state's constitution, and no change in cooperation has been noted since. On this day in 1857, Minnesota experiences the first ripple of the Panic of 1857. I didn't know we had a panic in 1857. As the William Brewster and Company Bank went out of business, soon followed by the Marshall and Company Bank on October 3rd and the Truman M. Smith Bank of October 4th. The first depression in the territory, the panic was caused in part by the unsound land speculation of the territory's boom period and by the August 24th collapse of the New York branch of the Ohio Life Insurance and Trust Company, which brought down banks across the country, causing a nationwide depression that lasted 3 years. I did not know that.
I thought it was because Uncle Ernie didn't make the deposit and Mr. Potter stole
That was
it.
later in a movie.
Okay, that was later on. Okay.
On this day in 1860, St. Paul's first telegraph message was delivered to William H. Seward, governor of New York and Republican presidential hopeful.
What year?
1860.
1860. They had the telegraph cross country.
Just climbing out of the Depression.
Seward ended up getting attacked also during the night that Lincoln was shot. He ended up Secretary of Defense, maybe?
I believe so.
And he got his throat cut, but he survived.
At the play?
No, he was in a room, and one of the conspirators went in and cut his throat, was then captured.
But I mean, was he at the theater?
No.
Oh, it's a different deal.
No. Well, it was part of the assassination plot. There was
I see.
You read a book or
no?
What? Okay.
No.
He just wanted to know how the play was.
I want to be like everyone who works on this show. I don't read a book.
Hey, wait a minute. I just brought up William Seward's assassination.
Right.
I read books.
Right.
Oh, you can't say that.
Thank you, GLers. Stay tuned. Monday Night Sports Talk will be right here on this stage.
And don't forget, we did mention the Talk Shop, Rookie, that you can buy all the Garage Logic gear at the website, garagelogic.com.
Just around the corner, the Talk Shop is available. Also, Pod MN on your smartphone for any type of podcast that you might be looking forward to. Kick over to YouTube, subscribe to Garage Logic on YouTube, and you will be forever entertained. Also, social media, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. Check it all out, garagelogic.com for all of your podcast needs, and a tire, garagelogic.com.